Hello everyone and happy Friday. I'm so excited about today's topic, so let's dive right in. Today I wanted to talk to you about what to do if you are showing up to voice lessons every single week and are consistently practicing, but still aren't seeing the kind of vocal growth you think you should be. There are a variety of reasons why that might be the case, but today I really wanted to tackle the idea of autopilot singing and why that is literally sabotaging your vocal growth. What do I mean by that? So in order to paint a mental picture, I want you to think about a time that you've gone to the gym and you've noticed the other people working out around you. You see people who are very consistent, who show up at the same time every single day, whose nutrition is on point, and they're lifting heavy weights. But they're not really making any progress in the gym. And the more you start to hone in on what they're doing, you see that they're not paying attention to their form, or even though they're lifting heavy weights, they're kind of slinging them around, and they're not mentally connected to what they're doing muscularly. And that's a concept that we hear talked about all the time in the fitness world, is that mind-to-muscle connection. And I want to submit to you today that mind-to-muscle connection is just as important in the vocal world as it is in the sports and physical world. Why is that? Well, we know that singing is pretty much an athletic activity because it requires your full body and it's muscularly driven. So in order to see the muscular vocal growth that we're after, we have to be mentally connected to our muscles. What does that look like in practice time? So the first thing that I would say would be treating your vocal warm-ups just as importantly as you would singing through your songs. Because really, vocal warm-ups are one of the most important things. That's where you solidify your technique. But it's really easy when you're singing your me-me-me's to kind of wander off and think about other things. So I would really like to challenge you to stay mentally present. The second thing would be to go into your practice time with a goal. That way you're showing up to your practice very intentionally. The third thing is a little terrifying to ask, I know, but that would be to record yourself whenever you're singing. And it's important to do this so that we are forced to stay mentally present in our lessons and understand what we're doing personally so that we can hear our voices, we can hear that technique, and we can learn to correct it. Because once we get past the muscular aspect of singing, a lot of singing is what we hear and what we feel. So we have to hear a pitch first before we can sing it accurately. And then secondly, it's really important to know how good technique and bad technique feel in our voices so that we can choose to use correct technique at will rather than just going on this mental autopilot of a vocal habit that becomes a mask instead of good technique. That's why it's so important to stay mentally present. And it sounds like such a subtle adjustment to make, but I guarantee you that if you stay mentally present, you show up mentally to your voice lessons, you will see the kind of vocal growth that you're after. If you are looking to maximize your vocal growth, go ahead and check out my studio at GabrielleStudioofmusic.com. I'll see you there. Hope this helps.